Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quiz Time. I'm Ellen, your host, and today we have 100 questions on world history. So we will be testing your knowledge on world history today. Let's begin. Let's see how difficult this is. What is the name for someone who studies artifacts and cultures of the ancient past? An ethnomologist, archaeologist, or paleontologist? An archaeologist. Who was known as the Saint of Orleans? Joan of Arc, Florence Nightingale, or Mother Teresa? Joan of Arc. The ancient Silk Road started in China and ended in which country? Greece, Italy, or Turkey? Turkey. Marie-Louise was the name of the wife of which of these historical figures? Napoleon Bonaparte, Abraham Lincoln, or William Shakespeare? Napoleon Bonaparte. In what year was the Declaration of Independence signed? 1775, 1776, or 1777? 1776. Which Roman emperor wrote the book Meditations? Julius Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, or Octavian Augustus? Marcus Aurelius. Alexander the Great was born in which ancient capital? Athens, Sparta, or Pella? Pella. Who was the ancient Greek god of the sun? Helios, Apollo, or Zeus? Helios. William the Conqueror defeated the English in which famous battle? Battle of Agincourt, Battle of Normandy, or Battle of Hastings? The Battle of Hastings. Which U.S. president does not appear on a U.S. banknote? Andrew Jackson, Benjamin Franklin, or Thomas Jefferson? Benjamin Franklin. True or false? Christianity was the world's first monotheistic faith. And this is false. Which poet was known as the Bard of Avon? William Blake, William Shakespeare, or William James? William Shakespeare. The Battle of the Somme took place during which war? World War I, World War II, or the American Civil War? World War I. What was the name of Henry VIII's first wife? Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, or Catherine of Aragon? Catherine of Aragon. Scientist Marie Curie championed the use of what in modern medicine? Antibiotics, radiation, or vaccines? Radiation. Who was the last emperor of Rome? Julius, Vespasian, or Augustulus? Augustulus. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on which of these islands? Chaucy, Corsica, or Oleron? Corsica. In what country was gunpowder invented? China, Germany, or Italy? China. The Industrial Revolution first took place during which century? The 17th, the 18th, or the 19th century? The 18th century. Question 20. The first moon landing took place in which year? 1964, 1967, or 1969? 1969. World War I started after the assassination of which political leader? Franz Ferdinand, Kaiser Wilhelm, or Nicholas II? Franz Ferdinand. The Reign of Terror was a series of atrocities that took place in which country? Russia, France, or Spain? France. Who is considered to be the first movie star? Florence Lawrence, Mary Pickford, or Buster Keaton? Florence Lawrence. In what year did World War II start? 1938, 1939, or 1940? (1939). According to the Bible, Jesus was born in which city? Bethlehem, Golgotha, or Nazareth? Bethlehem. True or false? The last recorded ice age took place more than 10,000 years ago. This is true. The Wall Street crash of 1929 is better known by what name? Black Tuesday, Black Thursday, or Black Friday? Black Tuesday. Which of these cartoon characters came first? Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, or Felix the Cat? Felix the Cat. In Greek mythology, who killed their father and married their mother? Oedipus, Orpheus, or Daedalus? Oedipus. Which of these group games was once an Olympic sport? Scavenger hunt, tug of war, or capture the flag? Tug of war. In what year did Christopher Columbus discover America? 1492, 1498, or 1512? 1492. Which of these Egyptian pharaohs was believed to be the youngest? Hatshepsut, Cleopatra, or Tutankhamun? Tutankhamun. Who wrote the 1605 novel Don Quixote? Miguel Cervantes, Daniel Defoe, or Alexandre Dumas? Miguel Cervantes. In what year did the Great Fire of London take place? 1663, 1666, or 1669? 1666. Liza Minnelli is the daughter of which famous Hollywood actress? Rita Hayworth, Elizabeth Taylor, or Judy Garland? Judy Garland. The School of Athens is a famous Renaissance painting by which artist? Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, or Michelangelo? Raphael. The First Punic War was fought between Rome and which other country? Gaul, Egypt, excuse me, or Carthage? Carthage. Who is known as the father of Western philosophy? Socrates, Plato, or Aristotle? Socrates. The war between Mexico and the United States took place over which U.S. state? New Mexico, California, or Texas? Texas. Who was the Roman god of thunder? Zeus, Jupiter, or Neptune? Jupiter. The ancient city of Babylon is located in which modern-day country? Iraq, Iran, or Israel? Iraq. True or false? In the history of the United States, 4 presidents have been assassinated. This is true. The Walt Disney Company was founded in which decade of the 20th century? The 1900s, the 1910s, or the 1920s? The 1920s. The Sphinx in Egypt used to have the head of which animal? A jackal, a lion, or a cow? A lion. In what battle was Napoleon finally defeated? The Battle of Waver, the Battle of Issy, or the Battle of Waterloo? The Battle of Waterloo. In Shakespeare, Hamlet was the king of which country? England, Denmark, or Scotland? Denmark. What was the name of President Abraham Lincoln's killer? John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, or Charles de Gouteau? John Wilkes Booth. What was the name of King Arthur's court? Asgard, Avalon, or Camelot? Camelot. In the story of the Iliad, who was the king of Troy? Agamemnon, Priam, or Paris? Priam. We are at question 50. Albert Einstein was born in which of these countries? Germany, Austria, or Switzerland? Germany. In the Bible, on what mountain did Moses get the 10 Commandments from God? Mount Moriah, Mount Ararat, or Mount Sinai? Mount Sinai. In what city was the Titanic built? Sheffield, Belfast, or Liverpool? Belfast. Painter Vincent van Gogh was from which of these countries? France, Denmark, or the Netherlands? The Netherlands. What was the name of King Arthur's wife? Lynette, Guinevere, or Morgan Le Fay? Guinevere. True or false, Jack the Ripper was a fictional character? False. Which of these historical empires was believed to be the largest? The British, the Mongol, or the Roman? The British. The printing press was invented in 1440 in which German town? Hamburg, Mainz, or Frankfurt? Mainz. Who painted the 1665 painting Girl with a Pearl Earring? Johannes Vermeer, Peter Bruegel, or Rembrandt? Johannes Vermeer. Which historical figure famously said, "Never give up, never give in"? George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, or Winston Churchill? Winston Churchill. Who was the Celtic god of the sun and light? Danu, Lu, or Dagda? So it should be Lug. What was the old name for the New York City? For New York City, New Paris, New London, or New Amsterdam? It was New Amsterdam. The failed gunpowder plot of 1605 is celebrated in Britain on which day? October 31st, November 5th, or November 11th? November 5th. Which of these wars was the shortest? The Anglo-Zanzibar War, Indo-Pakistani War, or Serbo-Bulgarian War? Anglo-Zanzibar War. What unforgettable event happened on November 9th, 1989? The Cold War ended, the internet launched, or the fall of the Berlin Wall? The fall of the Berlin Wall. The Renaissance began during which century? The 13th, the 14th, or the 15th? The 14th. Who succeeded Genghis Khan as Emperor of the Mongol Empire after his death? Ogodai Khan, Tubal Khan, or Kublai Khan? Ogodai Khan. The terracotta warrior were the statue guards for which Chinese dynasty? Tang, Han, or Qin? The terracotta warriors. The Qin dynasty. Which political figure famously said, "I have a dream"? Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, or Malcolm X? Martin Luther King. Xerxes was the king of which of these empires? The Egyptian, the Persian, or the Ottoman? The Persian Empire. Who was the first explorer to sail around the world? Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, or Ferdinand Magellan? Ferdinand Magellan. Which countries fought in the 100 Years' War? England and France, England and Spain, or France and Prussia? England and France. Who painted the famous painting Starry Night? Salvador Dali, Claude Monet, or Vincent van Gogh? Vincent van Gogh. In Greek mythology, who was the wife of Zeus? Athena, Hera, or Juno? Hera. What was the name of the ancient capital of the Mayan civilization? Tikal, Copan, or Phoenix? Tikal. What was the name of the British explorer who discovered Australia? Francis Drake, James Cook, or Horatio Nelson? James Cook. Who is credited as being the inventor of the telephone? Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, or Alexander Graham Bell? Alexander Graham Bell. In the Battle of 300, what was the name of the Spartan king? Pericles, Leonidas, or Archelaus? Leonidas. What was the name given to the German invasion of Russia in World War II? Operation Pastorius, Operation Dragoon, or Operation Barbarossa? Operation Barbarossa. How many signatures are on the Declaration of Independence? 13, 56, or 65? 56. Who is known as the father of history? Herodotus, Xenophon, or Tacitus? Herodotus. The main airport in Paris is named after which French historical figure? Napoleon, Joan of Arc, or Charles de Gaulle? Charles de Gaulle. The Salem witch trials of 1692 took place in which U.S. state? Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, or Connecticut? Massachusetts. Which French king was known as the Sun King? Louis XIV, Henry IV, or Philip III? Louis XIV. Who was the Greek goddess of love? Athena, Aphrodite, or Gaia? Aphrodite. Richard the Lionheart was the king of which country? England, Germany, or France? England. What was the name of the British queen that fought against the Romans? Theodora, Zenobia, or Boudica? Boudica. The word conquistador means what in English? Explorer, conqueror, or seafarer? Conqueror. Which historical warrior did Mel Gibson portray in the movie Braveheart? Robert the Bruce, Rob Roy, or William Wallace? William Wallace. Which of these countries did not fight in World War I? Romania, the Netherlands, or New Zealand? The Netherlands. Which famous sea admiral was famously missing an arm and an eye? Lord Nelson, Francis Drake, or John Barry? Lord Nelson. Which of these English queens ruled for the shortest amount of time? Mary II, Matilda, or Jane Grey? Jane Grey. The U.S. expansion across North America was known as what? The Oregon Trail, Manifest Destiny, or Corps of Discovery? Manifest Destiny. Which Greek god is credited with the invention of archery? Eros, Heracles, or Apollo? Apollo. In World War II, who dropped flyers, not bombs, from planes with the heading, "Last Appeal to Reason"? The Germans, the French, or the British? The Germans. Who said history repeats itself, first as tragedy, second as farce? Abraham Lincoln, Karl Marx, or Vladimir Lenin? Karl Marx. War and Peace is a 19th century historical novel by which author? Anton Chekhov, Fyodor Dostoevsky, or Leo Tolstoy? Leo Tolstoy. In the Bible, what was the name of the king that attempted to have Jesus killed as a baby? King Mesha, King Herod, or King Saul? King Herod. Who is credited as being the inventor of electricity? Benjamin Franklin, Isaac Singer, or Eli Whitney? Benjamin Franklin. True or false, women were allowed to fight in the Roman Colosseum? This is true. What was the name given to the most powerful rulers in feudal Japan? Kenzo, Shogun, or Ronin? Shogun. Thanks for playing this quiz. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in our next one. If you liked it, please hit that like button. Bye-bye.